Hi everyone, welcome back to another Richard Mole coaching video. Today we're going to be going over the basics of serve and some classic mistakes that we see beginners make all the time. Hope you enjoy the video. So we're going to be going over some of the basics and fundamentals you need to start practicing and acing your serve. So first of all, the first thing you need to look at is your wide base. This is fundamental just for your balance for your serve. Next up, start with both hands low. Bring your right hand, your dominant hand behind your shoulder, throw up and follow through, just like that. And again, it's the same thing. Hands together, behind, up, and just follow through. Very simple. Now, as you hit your serve, the most important thing is the grip. It should be here on this V, making a V with your hand. If you can nail your grip from an early stage, it will help with the development of your serve. Once you've nailed that technique I've just showed you, you can move on and bring it all together. So now, instead of making three separate points, the hands, behind the head, the throw and the follow through, you make it all in one, very smooth motion. So it starts here, up, behind the head, throw, follow through, and eventually just speed it up, behind the head, follow through, and you're starting to get the basis of a serve. Now there are three types of serve: a slice, a kick and a flat serve. We'll just be focusing on the flat serve today. So what you're going to be needing to do, this is fundamentally a first serve. When you throw the ball, you want it at 1 o'clock and slightly in front of you. An important note is that beginners always forget, the importance of the throw is so important. Now the throw is very important. The importance is the height of the throw. The higher the throw is, the higher the throw, the more reach you can get and the more power you can get coming down. On average, you need to be about 6'6" before you can actually start hitting it flat. Anyone smaller is always going to be hitting down. So the higher you throw, the easier it is for you to get that serve in. Okay, so now we've been going over some fundamental mistakes that most beginners make when they're learning to serve. First of all, I've already mentioned it, the height of the ball is so important. People come up to me saying, why am I hitting the net? Why am I hitting the net? It's because your throw is not high enough. Now the next tip I have, and it's very important and it's hard to notice if you're by yourself, is when you cross the arms. Very many low-level club players, when they start, they come up to serve, and instead of just keeping this arm and up, that's like such, what they do instead is they cross their arms across the body, and this just makes a poor motion. It gets you off balance, so you need to keep those hands in front. Another fundamental mistake most people make is they use the forehand grip, and it gives kind of this frying pan effect. You're flicking on like this, when really you should be holding the grip. As you come to serve, rotate the wrist, that's where you get the power. Another mistake I see many people do is they come in and they see the professionals bending the knees, getting the high jump, and that can be built in later on in the serve. But what they do is they come and they bend their knees as they're going up to throw, and this literally cuts out all your power. So you're coming in, you're bending the knees, and it looks kind of awkward. Really, you shouldn't be worrying about bending the knees. Eventually you'll be building up to it. So now I'm going to show you a couple serves with everything put together. Another important tip to increase your service speed is the transferal of your body weight. So you see your center of mass is here. When I'm serving, you don't necessarily have to do this, but this is how I increase my power. I kind of draw back without crossing the arms, and as I come in for the serve, I push my whole body forward, and I even take a step. So if you want to have a go at that, it works for me. Now, as a warm-up, just to get used to the actual motion of serving, you don't even need a racket to start. So what you do is you get into the classic service pose, kind of like the statue pose, and it's very simple. You're just going to start off in the pose, bring your arm inwards and throw, extend outwards, and that just helps you to feel the service motion. So again, it's out, important to bend the arm in and throw. Because when you're serving, this arm is so important again for balance. It's the balance as you bring up, you point and you always bring in. Saying 6 is nah, I need more height. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you next week.